Brooks,
Ow.
John, and Elizabeth. You guys feel good about yourselves? I didn't even catch that. I gotta say it again. Because y'all like that goddamn fool. So okay, great, super, great. We're now okay, great. Welcome to Dungeons with Friends. What a great start. This is so fun. You guys aren't even surprised. You guys can eat my. You guys can eat my ass. You eat my ass. You eat my ass. You eat my ass.
I killed
Do you
Fair
need some
now.
dice?
I'm okay, but thank you.
Okay.
Liz can technically eat your ass.
Does she want to though?
No.
So I don't. So A, we don't kink shame in this house.
Oh
B,
yeah, absolutely.
I have no desire to lick another person's booty hole. There, to me, you can't take enough showers, do enough enemas to get me to put any part of my body down there.
So, guys, thank you for tuning in to our actual Play Dungeons and Dragons podcast.
That has gone off the rails.
Yikes. Sorry.
So,
Is this on par with the Chinese food conversation that one time?
probably.
Yeah.
We've kind of developed a shtick for starting the podcast with
Food.
non sequitur.
Have we?
Well,
Or does Kevin just
we
get-
go.
no, we're talking about
Yeah.
eating ass, which, I mean, is kind of a food conversation.
Well, no, I was gonna say, is it a shtick or is it Kevin just presses play or presses record and doesn't tell us?
I usually try and find the most inopportune times. Last time was y'all talking about your pets sniffing each other's duties, which I thought was funny.
To be
Good
entirely
video, I
fair,
did.
it's like a waiter. They just is the wrong moment.
Yes,
they
that's
walk
when
up.
they walk up.
As you're going, and then I plunged my finger deep inside.
The canal, yes.
Canal.
So,
It's canal.
oh, canal, I'm sorry. Casel?
Cable?
Don't judge me.
So, yes!
Fuck y'all bitches.
As you guys might recall, we are doing a split campaign. We are now reverting back to the arc of Serafina Luminosi.
Yes!
Yes.
The queen of all queens.
So,
Am I being picked up, by the way?
My religion.
Are they picking me up at all? The mics?
yes.
Okay. I thought they struggled with me.
No, they don't struggle with you. It's that sometimes you
It's
just
your
don't-
level.
Yeah. Well, you're either very quiet or very, very loud.
Yeah, we need to find you a happy medium. Did you ever take speech in high school?
Maybe you
No.
need this mic. Maybe you need the Shure mic. The DM voice of God mic.
The share mic?
Sure.
Oh.
It's the name brand.
Oh, I thought you saw the share mic, and I'm like, asshole, I'm not that loud.
Sure. Anyway, so yes, for inspiration, who wants to recap our Battle Barn episode, which was the last episode in this arc?
I'll do it.
Ooh.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Scissors. Paper,
Okay,
paper.
guys,
Papers.
just
I mean,
jerk
scissors,
each other
scissors.
off.
Oh my god, rock. Paper. They're meant to be. Jesus.
So, John, remember how we were talking about levels like 5 fucking seconds ago? There's the inspiration. Now, tell us what happened last time.
In the last time, Hammer got whipped in the second round. I cannot remember the monk that we have with us. She won barely in the first round.
Nadia? Nadina.
Nandita.
Nandita.
Nandita. Everyone say it with me because we said it wrong. I said it wrong. We all said it wrong.
Nadia?
Nandita.
Nandita.
Oh, we called her Nandina. For the
Yeah,
And
like
there
a
was
flower. Yeah,
Nadia
that's
and Nana, and
Nandita.
it was awful, guys.
Could call it Nan.
Nandita.
Dita beat some ass in the
First of all,
first
Kevin
round.
picks
Yes.
asshole names.
I do.
And all of them start with N or A.
Except for
Or F.
Gavin and Ferno and
Okay,
those
anyway.
were way
Okay, can we go?
Doria.
Recap.
And then Serafina took us to final victory in the caster round
What? Whoop the sissy's butt.
and whooped the guy that scarred her face with acid.
face? Not face, right?
Not my face.
I don't really think people are going to pay attention to that.
Just want to make sure that's not canon.
Whatever. Anyway.
Anyway.
Either way, Liz got some violence on. Or Serafina did. And then, yeah. Doria was just under the bleachers.
Who?
Just Doria.
Who?
Oh,
She prefers Davin.
Davin, I guess, since Hammer doesn't
right.
officially know.
He won't know.
He'll figure it out. Was just pickpocketing people like crazy.
That's how I was.
We won a bunch of gold for that. All of us did, because we won the whole competition. This has been the worst recap ever.
It's pretty rough.
And Serafina was approached by a mysterious person that gave her the card from the hand.
The Black Hand.
The Black Hand.
Yes.
Of, whatever we presume to have happened to Luke Casey.
Yes. Okay.
Luke Casey.
So, that all has happened. You all find yourself in this
Inspired.
Fine, though. You are inspired. You take inspiration. Hammer.
Which is a giant dice.
Yes. The rest of you find yourself on the mean streets of Capitus on a cool, cold evening night. A hazy wind blows through the streets of Capitus on its cobblestones and brick front store faces. The people of the town, mostly gone at this point, the occasional drunk passers-by making their way back to their homes or to their next bar. What do you all do?
I don't want to, alarm anyone, but from what I've heard about this guy is he's wanted elsewhere, and now that he's publicly known that he's here, don't we need to maybe make him look different?
Yeah, that wasn't the wisest choice of us.
I'm going to put my cloak back on.
Feel free to.
Can you do so?
Yeah, absolutely. No, I'm just going to say that out loud.
No, I'm saying we should.
Well, Hammer would.
I'm saying you put it on and it works.
Hammer's that kind of douche that
Yeah.
he would. I'm going to recloak myself now.
So,
Yes.
let's, I have an idea.
Can't your Andy lady do it?
Yeah, I think we should go tell Andorra that we need some guidance to figure out how to disguise Hammer again. So, you guys want to go back to the Dreadlock with me?
Do I have to get sucked through that mailbox again?
Yes.
Okay.
not that
Yeah,
bad.
I
It's
guess I
fun.
can do it.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Be prepared for Davin's voice to get changed multiple times during this one.
It's all good. So you guys go back to the Dreadlock?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay. Davin, make me a Constitution saving throw to
Fuck
get
you.
sucked through.
Fuck you.
Just for fun, just for kicks. Since I know you don't like it.
12.
Okay. It's icky.
My guy
but-
just and just
it's icky, but you're fine.
yeah.
So yes, you find yourself sucked back through the magical mailbox of the Dreadlock, and find yourself in the same street of Capitus, in front of the black-fronted store house front of the Dreadlock.
I'm never gonna get used to that.
What's wrong with it?
I can't handle you.
Alright, guys, so let's go in. I'll go first and go down and talk to Andorra if you guys want to wait.
I'm just gonna hang out. Do you mind if I check out the library?
Sure.
Cool beans. That's where I'll be.
Is there like a forge area out there?
No, there's not a forge at the Dreadlock.
Therna would have been like, what?
Okay, so what? So you're going to the library. What are you doing?
I'm just gonna go chill in just, I guess, the library.
Follower.
Okay.
I don't.
So what are you all doing in the library? Or play y'all first.
Oh, I was gonna look around at the books, just look around the stuff, see if there's really anything that I might be able to walk away with without anyone kind of noticing.
Make a perception check.
14.
Okay. So you see a great multitude of books. You would remember that previously that Algernon had been looking through them and had kind of torn them down and had kind of made a pile of books in the study. He's since put them back up on the shelf rather neatly. He's a great man who has a great respect for books. So he's put them all back. But you're looking around and you see books of the various histories of the Dauntilus region, some specifically to the history of Capitus. You see some books that are just about the various animals and monsters that inhabit this region. And then you kind of occasionally are spotted in what languages do you speak?
That's gonna take me a second to find.
No, first page.
Under your proficiencies.
I know, but it's now not in a different place. Oh, Common, Elvish, and Luxodon.
Okay.
Those are random ones.
And I forgot about Lexicon. Yes, so some in a language you don't understand.
Okay.
Some titles, particularly some of like kind of gnarlier looking books, tend to be in this language that you don't understand. There are a few books in Elven that you can kind of read the titles of.
Okay.
Nothing particularly of note. They seem to be either kind of deep cut nonfiction or fictional sort of novels, things like that.
And there's really nothing for me to like slip into my pocket because that's really kind of what I'm mainly looking at. I'm looking for like.
There are all kinds of books. You can take whatever you want, baby.
Well, I meant like. Okay, I don't want like them to notice I'm taking stuff, but at the same time, it's cool shit.
If you're trying to do it, make a sleight of hand check.
Okay. Oh, so good. 16 plus 9. You gonna make me do that math? 'Cause that's 25.
You're fine. What book are you taking? Anything of note? Anything you're looking for specifically?
I would like to look for some books kind of on stealth, if they have them.
Okay. Make me another investigation check to look specifically for stealth books.
Okay. It's gonna be 20.
Okay, nat 20?
No. 14 plus 6 is 20.
So I'll say, digging through, you're not able to find anything specifically about stealth. It wasn't really Farno's interest. But you're able to find a fictional book about a spy.
Oh.
And it might be something of interest to you. So yeah, if you want to do that with your sleight of hand check, I'll let you. I'm
gonna take that.
Make a perception check, Hammer, to see if she does it. If you see it. If you see her do it.
Oh, a nat 20 plus another 2. So
Hammer, I'm taking this book.
okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Very good.
I'm gonna go quietly pray to Hephaestus in the corner
Okay, you're welcome to do so.
with my hammer down in front of me, and then
Okay. Anything else you all are doing?
Pray.
Do you have jewels on you? Your armor?
Not
Anything?
that I'm aware of. Why?
Just cause.
For science.
Just questions. Taking a poll.
Are you trying to steal
survey.
stuff more and commit more sins?
You know what, dude? Don't worry about it.
Hephaestus will strike you down one day for that.
Why don't you just go pray to something?
Already am, bitch.
Anything else you're doing?
No, I think I'm just going to look around the room.
Okay. Yeah, so you look around the room. More books. It's a very sort of dark woods, very exactly what you would expect the study of Farno the Dread to look like.
So, quick question. Never mind, I just answered it myself. I was about to ask, does Davin know about Farno? Just remembered back to episode 2.
Yes, yeah.
My bad.
Okay. Okay, so if you all are done, we're going to switch over to Serafina, who is, at this point, gone upstairs, gone through the mystical chest, and is now walking down the stairs to Andorra. So you approach the door. What do you do?
I'm gonna knock.
Okay. You wait a few seconds, and eventually you hear the door opens, and you see Andorra's face. Hello.
Hi, Andorra.
What's she wearing?
Did you see what I did?
You haven't seen yet. She goes, I saw. And she opens the door. And at this point, you see she's wearing sort of this long evening gown with sort of this lace, and it's all red. Of course, her entire wardrobe you've seen up until this point is entirely red. Her long white hair is now sort of bone straight, running down the side. And she says, "Come in."
Did I interrupt something?
No.
Okay. It looks like you're in evening wear, so I wasn't sure.
Oh, I always dress for company.
Okay. Well, you look beautiful.
So, you come in. Again, this is the same octagonal room that you've always seen. Sort of this empty picture frame of her where she occasionally makes this shticky entrance. So she takes a seat down on the chase lounge and leans over and she says, "So, aside from coming to tell me of your glorious victory, what brings you to my humble lounge, Serafina Luminosi?"
Well, I have two things I wanted to discuss with you. One, when we battled at the Battle Barn, Hammer took off his cloak, and so him being a Warforged was kind of exposed. And I'm wondering if there's some kind of disguise that we can make for him once he puts his cloak back on, or, if we can kind of change how that disguise works, because I'm worried that officials from the university are going to come and try to find him and cause trouble. So I was hoping you could help me with that.
She looks pensively away for a moment. She stands up off of the chase and goes to the window overlooking the city of Nexus. Make me a history check. Because you mentioned this last time, I didn't have you do a history check, and I want you to see what you know about the city of Nexus.
18.
Okay. So
I know stuff.
That's right. So in your studies, you have heard of the city of Nexus. It is a city directly below where Capitus was. It's a city that exists basically in what's the Underdark. It's sort of this underrealm occupied mostly by drow, orc, goblin, sort of the kind of outcast races, the non-elves, humans, dwarves, halflings. And it's sort of directly below where Capitus was. That's what you would know from your check.
Okay.
So Andorra stands up, and she goes and pulls the drapes back and looks over the city of Nexus pensively. She looks out for maybe 30 seconds in silence, and she goes, I think I have a solution which may be mutually beneficial to all of us.
What are you thinking?
Oh my god, is it going to be her?
Can you bring the cloak to me?
Sure.
Okay. You do so.
Mm-hmm.
Do you bring Hammer with you?
Yes, I'll bring Hammer down to the door.
Okay. So you do so. You both come in. Hammer, you see what I've described before. Andorra wearing this thing, and she looks at you at your cloak. She goes, May I see your cloak?
Why?
I intend to give you something more useful.
Hammer, I explained to Andorra that we're worried about officials from the university coming to try to find you and take you back. So she thinks that she has a solution for you.
Okay.
Very good.
And I take the...
Okay. Yes. So she, as soon as you do, she looks at the cloak.
She's probably getting excited.
This sort of excitement in her eyes, and she says, very good. She says, give me a moment. And she steps away from you both into a separate room. Make a perception check, both of you.
18.
3. So
So Hammer's just looking up at the ceiling like,
So
wow.
Hammer's got his eyes closed.
yeah, so you're just
by the way,
feeling,
that was with +2. So
you're perhaps feeling a little exposed.
So you had a nat 1? He had a nat 1. He didn't see shit.
You didn't see diddly dick.
He just closed his eyes and was like, what?
Don't look at me. Yeah,
I'm
you freaked out.
naked.
You freaked out because you don't have your cloak. But Serafina, you see her go into this room, and you see that it is a room that is lined with books. And tables and different sort of tubes and things. It seems like it's maybe a library/lab.
Library lab.
Yeah. You don't see for a minute. So you all stand there as she closes the door. You stand there for 5 minutes.
I can't see crap anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Are you all doing anything? At this point, 5 minutes have passed.
Pull out my woodworking and start carving a new charm for Philip.
Just keep praying.
Okay. Yeah, so you begin
Quietly
praying.
pray.
Another 5 minutes passes.
I'm very devout to the hammer, so, and the forge, so.
Yeah, so you're still praying? Serafina, anything?
I'm gonna wait.
Still whittling and waiting? Okay. After about 10 minutes, Andorra finally opens the door. And she's holding what appears to be a sort of wooden ring. And it's maybe 1.5 feet in diameter. And she comes to you and she goes, Hammer, I'm proposing a trade. I would like to have your cloak, and in exchange I will give you this. She goes, do you mind if I...
What is it?
Oh, you'll very much enjoy it. And she reaches over and puts it over your head.
Like golem-like head.
Yeah, and it's a little high. She's very tall as a drow. She's,
at this point I'm still just down on the ground, just...
Oh, okay. So you're doing that. So yes, very easily she slips
She's
it over
probably
your
loving
head.
that. Like, oh my god, he's
Yes.
bowing to me.
Yes, she's loving it. So as soon as she puts it over your head, and you look at this ring, and there are sort of 3 little notches and maybe a little button that you can, slide.
Is it, around my collar?
Yeah, it's around your neck. And then she goes, watch. And she clicks one over, and suddenly you're a halfling man. Dressed in sort of noble dress.
Okay, I'm not naked. I was like,
Yeah.
I have a dog.
Does it say
I
Pharaoh?
have a dog.
No, you're a halfling man dressed in noble dress. And she goes, well, say something.
What?
And as you speak, your voice is suddenly high-pitched and nasally. It's different.
Like fair now.
What is going on?
Yeah, it's exactly that. Yes. And she goes, now try this. And she clicks it again. You're suddenly a sort of a young elven man dressed in common clothes and sailor garb with this sort of like ruffled shirt and you have these sort of pantaloons. She goes, now speak.
Kevin, now speak.
Now speak.
What magic is this?
And you click it again. This time, you are a human woman. Yes, this time dressed in a beautiful ball gown.
What did you do to me?
And she clicks it all the way back to 0 and you're yourself again.
That's kind of cool.
Good. I'm glad that you think that it is a fair trade. She puts your cloak over her shoulder. You don't mind if I have this, right?
I don't know if it was mine to be had to begin with.
Very good. She folds it up. She goes, I think this is... I won't say too much. So, you said you had a second point to discuss with me, Serafina.
I do. Hammer, if you want to go on back up and... check on Davin in the library or pray or, whatever you want to do, that's fine.
I'm just going to take the collar and I'm going to just crank it to a random...
Okay. So it has 5 settings altogether. You've seen 3 of them. I'll let you have the last 2. What do you want them to be?
Oh,
Ooh,
crap.
Naked women.
Yeah, so you have the halfling noble, the elf sailor, the fancy human lady. You have 2 more. You can think about it. You don't have to tell me now.
Yeah, I'm going to think about
Think about it. Yeah, but you crank it to that and you can go.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
No, I'm going to go to the... I'm going to turn into the halfling. I'm going to go back, guys.
Okay.
All right, see you, Hammer.
Farewell, Hammer. And so he leaves and says, so, what do you have to say for me?
Well, the next thing I wanted to bring to you was this. And I'd like to pull out that card that was given to me by the minion of the Black Hand.
Okay.
And I'm going to hand it over to
She hands
her.
it to you and she goes, oh, Bane the Black Hand.
What could you tell me about this?
Yes. I'm not the only one in this world that is looking for talented people, I would assume. I would guess that Bane the Black Hand is interested in having you join his dark army. Bane is an odd fellow. Make a religion check.
13.
So you've heard of Bane the Black Hand. You didn't pay a lot of attention in Sunday school. So, doesn't really ring a lot of bells for you. You remember that he's a bad guy, but you just kind of remember that about him. Something about him wanting to become a god and not being quite let in. It's really kind of vague in your memory. And she says, I am going to need a great multitude of allies in the days, weeks, and years to come. Perhaps you could meet with this Bane the Black Hand and perhaps arrange a sort of parley, a sort of meeting, so that I may meet him and seek an alliance with him. How you doing over there?
I'm sorry, I'm thinking about the part from The Office where Creed's like, I can't read. I can't read. Byron, I can only speak it. It's just making me laugh.
Yes. Anyway. So, she says that to you.
Oh, I might be able to do that, yes. I'm sure you know about Luke Casey.
I do.
Was this the same Black Hand that he had a relationship with? Is it the same force?
I don't know.
Oh. Well, the reason I ask is because after he agreed to have his powers, have his musical powers enhanced, he suffered some strange consequences. And I just wondered if I were to accept, or you, what that would manifest in for us.
Oh, no. We won't accept the offer of the Black Hand.
Okay.
Oh, no, don't you worry. We may We may play as though we're going to, but the power of the Black Hand is dwarfed by mine. So I have no reason to align myself with the Black Hand. But I do want him to align with me, and I think we have mutual goals.
Well, sure. So how about I'll reach out and set up a meeting?
See if you can find... Usually the Black Hand is very good at finding you, but if you can find one of his emissaries and reach out to them directly, I think that would be wise. Yeah, I think we could find a mutual agreement and beneficial.
Would you like to attend the meeting with me, or would you like me to go first?
I'll watch and see how it goes.
Okay.
Okay.
And then, as you saw at the Bellborn, I came across a Sissy, and while I did beat her, I would like to see her again.
Okay.
Because my vengeance is not quite finished.
Okay.
So, I had a thought. I know that you're in need of a body, a physical body.
I am.
What do you think about having a Sissy's body? If I could provide that for you.
So she stands again, walks to the window, and thinks.
That's her thinking spot.
There isn't a masturbating spot.
She goes,
I don't know about that.
the arcane is not quite so simple as I have a body, I take this body, it is now mine. What I need for the spell is a diamond, a very valuable diamond. So if you could retrieve that for me, I was going to ask you for it eventually. I don't want this to be a transactional relationship that we have. But if you could find this diamond for me, I think I could help you with this problem.
What kind of diamond is it, and where is it?
It just must be a valuable diamond. So, however you can come across it.
Is it a certain anything special about it other than the value?
Make an Arcana check.
11.
So you would just kind of know that there needs to be a certain level of a certain size and clarity.
Certain level of the seas, the color, the clarity, the cut.
So the way magic works in this world is magic always requires a sacrifice, and the arcane forces of this world understand value, and so there is sort of a dollar value assigned to these things, and the arcane forces know that, and this needs to be a very, very fine diamond. What she's asking for.
Okay.
But she says, if you can bring this diamond to me, I will help you with this matter of this person. Now, I'm going to assume that you don't want me to just... I won't be indelicate, but you know.
No,
I assume you would like to handle this personally.
I would, and I appreciate your offer for help, and I may take you up on it, but I just don't know. I don't know if I need help with her, or if I can do it on my own. If I can do it on my own, I'd like to do it on my own.
Okay. Well, I would still like the diamond.
Oh, sure. I will definitely.
Either way. Again, I'm sort of restricted into this room because of... it's too tiresome to go into. But, again, if you bring me this diamond, it might be my chance. With this diamond and some time, I might be able to once again rejoin the material plane for whatever fruits it holds.
So, what is your goal, Endor, once you rejoin the physical plane? What do you hope to do?
She looks away for a second. Long time passes.
Should I get my woodworking stuff out again?
No. She's in the room with you, but she looks away. And suddenly, intensely, she looks at you and she says, I want everything. And then she looks back out the window. Says, you may go.
All right, Andorra. Have a good night.
You as well.
I'm gonna go.
Okay. So you do so.
I'm gonna go.
Yes. So you wind your way back up to the staircase, back into the dreadlock, and you find your way back to the library with Hammer and Davin.
What the fuck is this? Where are they coming from? What is this?
Oh, so Hammer didn't tell you?
What? I won't even let it speak.
Okay.
What's wrong with her? She just seems she's
Oh my
weird.
god, is this the big, thing?
Yes, and Dora switched it out for him. So he has some options.
I'm just gonna stand here and, poke at it.
So mechanics note, you can't. So when you're in these forms, you can't see the ring like people outside can't see the ring. You know it's there. You can feel it and move it.
The thing?
Yeah. The thing. Dude. I've seen you, only for a day and a half, and so far you just change every time you're something new.
Isn't that ironic?
Fuck you.
I don't get it.
You wouldn't. So, what are we doing? Do we have more time in the day? Well, it's pretty late in the day, isn't it?
Yeah. So at this point, it is well into the evening.
About bedtime.
Davin,
Is it time?
you have spent a good amount of time scouting out the Aldred Manor, and I need you to make me an investigation check.
Okay.
Rather important investigation check.
Oh, God.
God.
Oh, well.
Oh God. Oh God. Okay.
8.
No.
Oh,
you,
no.
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 Use something else. Use.
Here's your lucky.
I rolled lucky.
Oh,
You
God.
have lucky.
Oh,
Cher
God.
has
Use your
lucky.
The only
inspiration.
thing I have is
She's
that
inspired.
Doesn't
I don't have an inspiration.
She doesn't
Oh,
have
God.
inspiration.
you can give me yours.
She does have lucky. I gave that to her because I'm
Oh.
a good husband.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna use lucky.
Okay.
Oh, baby, I love you so much. Come here.
Oh, that was a good move. That was a solid move.
Ooh, that was not.
It's lingering.
She shit her
Hold on.
pants.
Can you grab that? I dropped it.
Mama, did you
What
shark
an
it?
absurd
Mama's shark.
thing
Too.
this podcast has become.
That. By the way, you might need to replace
Sitting
this chair.
here.
You might need to replace this chair.
Trying to have.
Okay,
a
so
good
it's 22.
time. Okay.
I rolled 16. I didn't do a nat 20 though.
Okay.
I feel like I should be honest about that.
So.
Shit her pants there.
So you spend some time scouting out the Aldred Manor, and you know that there is to be a rather small festival tomorrow night. You expect that the master of the house, your father, Aldred, will not be present. You would also expect that Mother Aldred will not be present, so your mother and father. You also know that currently they are hosting your aunt and niece. So you are aware that they're staying at the house. You don't know if they'll be there or not.
Okay.
But you believe that tomorrow night will be an ideal time if you were to have a sort of heist of Aldred Manor. That would be the time.
Okay. Hold on, I'm writing this down.
Where is Nandina?
She did not follow you back to the Dreadlock.
Oh, okay. I realized I didn't know.
Okay.
Go
So
back to praying because that's just
I
what a devout
definitely
cleric does.
I'm definitely gonna want to do the heist.
You don't?
I'm not gonna tell you. Hey, Serafina, can I speak with you privately for a second?
Sure.
So you step out of the library, you're in the main sort of hallway of the Dreadlock. There's the kitchen immediately to the back where you can go upstairs.
Okay, so we're all about making money, right? And
Sure.
as you know, and you're the only one that knows, I'm Doria. I'll do anything for money, basically. But I won't do that. Since this festival is going to happen, and I can guarantee that Davin's parents, maybe his aunt and niece, are going to be out of the house, do you think that maybe the three of us could perform a heist, steal the loot, and then I'll switch to something else, and we won't have to worry about it. We'll be richer, and no one will be any the wiser.
Sure.
Yeah, you have to be that. We have to be quick.
I will.
We'll have to be quiet because I cannot guarantee that there won't be people there.
I think we can do it.
Okay.
Are we going to take Hammer?
Is he useful?
Mm.
So does he have other cloaks that he can wear? Because if so,
the deal is he has this one. He has the ring, and he can change. Andor said it was into 5 different beings. So
What all are they?
I don't know. I only saw 3 of them.
Hold on, I'll ask him. Hammer.
Mm-hmm.
What can you turn into?
Well, I know I can turn... Fuck.
Please use a different voice.
Don't feel like you have to use the voice.
Why?
I mean, you can do it if you want. I'm just not going to make you.
It's hard. It's just difficult on the vocal cords.
Welcome to my fucking world.
Well,
22 episodes of Verno the fucking Dread.
to be fair, you just sound like a crack addict when you're talking like him.
I do. I miss him sometimes.
Do you think about him at night?
I do.
Someone murdered him.
I did.
Shit.
Fair, dude,
Well-
I'm just trying to ask you what
Well-
kind of cloaks you got.
Well, I know I can turn into a halfling man. I can also turn into a woman, a human woman. And I can turn into an elf. I don't know what the other 2 do yet.
Serafina. Him being a human woman might work out.
Yeah?
Because I can pretend that I'm bringing a date back to the house. So if anyone does see us, they're not going to think anything of it.
That's an excellent idea.
But the problem is, if they do see us, he then can never use that cloak while we're here.
Well, he's got 5 options, so
True.
that should be okay.
True. So I think that I'm going to head back to the manor for the night to catch some Z's and to put away all my money. And maybe scout around and look at everything.
Okay. I'll show you what you know.
Okay. And then I'll meet... where do we want to meet up in the morning?
Why not here?
Oh, fuck that. Do we have like a Denny's or something? I'm not coming through this mailbox again.
Let's just meet in the park.
Okay. I'll meet y'all there around 8 a.m. Bye.
Okay.
Good night.
Anything else you all are doing?
I think after the battle barn and my meeting with Andorra, I think it's time for some sleep.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm going to do my sentry's rest
Okay.
as usual.
You all enjoy the benefits of a long rest. You all wake independently in the morning. You two in the Dreadlock, you in Aldred Manor.
Where's Algernon?
Haven't
Dead.
seen him.
Dead.
You haven't seen him in a while. No.
Probably.
That means that he is off doing something and he will return because that's how this game works.
Maybe. So, yes, you and Hammer wake up. You are the only, as far as you can tell, the only occupants of the Dreadlock at this point.
All right.
You know, I'm just going to get up since I wake before Serafina. I'm going to just do some early morning praying.
Okay, you do so. Make me a religion check.
Oh, fuck my life. That I already know is going to go over like a lead brick. It is a dump stat. 9.
Okay. You do your praying.
Thank God, because thank God that was at least a 10.
Okay. So yeah, so you wake up, you've done your praying. At this point, Serafina's woken up. You're both in the Dreadlock. I assume like probably somewhere in one of the common rooms or something.
Just kind of wherever
I
decide
think
to
I will
stop
have
and
probably
just pray.
taken over Fairno's room.
Yeah, the Master.
Yeah. It's
Old
my
room.
house now, so might as well.
Okay, you do so.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go. Do I have some time before I have to be at the park? Is it early enough?
Yeah, why not? You got like an hour.
All right. I'm gonna go down to the lab,
Okay, you do so.
and I'm gonna take a look at that green vat again.
Okay, make an investigation check. Investigation or Arcana.
16.
Okay. So you look at it a little more thoroughly. You've read a little bit about this in university, and it's again, as you've kind of seen, you kind of deduce that this is for the cloning spell. It's from floor to ceiling. It's filled with this like sort of odd liquid. Out of curiosity, you kind of go to the top, take the lid off, and it's viscous. You can't really tell entirely what it is, but you can tell that it's not water. Not entirely sure what it is. It doesn't smell. It doesn't have any sort of viscera that you can make out. But
I want to do something.
okay.
Philip,
Yep.
Will you try something with me?
Okay.
Will you get into that green vat for me?
Yes.
Okay.
So you order him into the vat?
Mm-hmm.
He does so. He sits on the top. He said, "What now?"
Can you get into the liquid?
He goes, "Yeah." And he kind of like gets down into it, and he kind of,
Oh, little kind of bubbles.
and the bubbles kind of very slowly. He's been down maybe 10 seconds. He's kind of looking at you.
What do you feel, Philip? I can't understand him.
Been down 20 seconds. He's kind of looking at you plaintively.
He gonna die.
30 seconds.
He's
He's going to make a Constitution saving throw. It's a natural 1.
You killed him.
And he's still looking at you.
Okay, come back, Philip.
Okay.
Come back. What did you feel in there,
Serafina
Philip?
was really trying to decide if she was gonna be evil or not.
Panic!
Well, you didn't feel anything happening?
No!
Okay, I'm sorry. Oh, Philip. Oh, God.
It's like Vera. I'm kidding.
Philip, I'm so sorry. I think this is meant to clone things. Philip, pull it together. Okay.
Do I
I'm
hear
sorry.
this at this point?
Just
Make a perception check.
Mr. Mac
So
Moth.
cute.
Gosh.
I was getting so nervous.
5.
You don't hear
Again, you're just like going do.
it.
I'm just there, praying away.
Yep.
Philip, I'm
Right away
sorry.
the pain.
I'm not trying to put you in danger. I just wanted to see if anything would happen right away.
It's okay.
All right. Do you forgive me?
I do.
All right. I'll make you a charm later, okay?
Okay.
Oh, all right. Get back in there, buddy.
And he goes back to his pocket dimension.
Gosh. Okay. That was not a good idea.
Quick question.
Find something.
Can we ever do a one shot where we all get pulled into his pocket dimension?
You betcha, man.
Oh my
That is so much
Oh,
fun.
yes, I would
Betcha,
love that.
man. Okay. So what are you doing now?
It's cold, right?
Yes. At this point, yeah, it is well into fall.
Yeah.
It is very chilly.
A Chilean sea bass.
So frustrating. Okay. Well, I guess I'll just get ready and go check on Hammer.
You do so. You guys meet up.
Okay, you ready to go down to the park?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. You step out and
And I, of course, adjust my color to be the female woman, or the human female.
okay. You do so. You guys find your way out onto the regular streets of Cactus, out of the magical mailbox. It is cold AF this morning. It is the coldest morning you all have experienced this year. There's sort of a drizzle in the air. It feels very, very Victorian London. Sort of this cold. It doesn't bother you, Hammer, but Serafina, you feel a little chilly.
Genuine question. With that collar, does it adjust my clothing to be the appropriate outside, or am I still in that dress?
Good question. What would you like?
I think it should auto-adjust because Hammer doesn't give a shit, and a woman just randomly walking around with...
I would trust the magical prowess of Endora would make it automatically adjust to the weather.
Another quick question about the climate. So we're out in the middle of a bay. Isn't it kind of going to always naturally have like this sticky,
Always a
humid
little
air?
more humid, hazy,
Okay.
and cold this time of year.
Okay,
So think like Maine, like ugly.
No
gray.
hair.
So does
Yeah.
can the water
Oh, that's so
freeze
pretty,
around
though.
it?
It hasn't yet. But
we're not winter. We're in fall. We're in like November.
make a nature check.
Fuck my
All of
life.
us, all of us.
Please make it all of us.
No, just Hammer because he's asked it.
A 4.
Who the fuck knows? You haven't seen it.
Int is a dump stat anyways.
It's always a dumb stat. Unless you're a wizard.
Or, yeah, wizard.
Pretty much just wizard.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm not bashing wizards.
No, it's a great. If you're a wizard, yeah, it's a great. So it's your key stat, but everything else is. So.
I think druids would have a good nature one.
No, your wisdom.
Well, it's wisdom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. So. So you and Hammer find yourself out on the streets again. Chilly, cold, hazy, miserable morning.
Just
On to the park.
Okay. So you find your way across the main streets of Capitus. There are a few people out this morning. Their cloaks kind of bundled up against the cold and wind of this miserable morning. You find your way to the Grand Park. Davin, have you come to the park at the requisite time?
No, I was gonna actually see if I could have breakfast with Davin's parents one last time. Kind of like a sentimental thing, like I'm never gonna see them again.
Good. Let's play that.
Yeah.
Okay. So
okay.
you find yourself in Aldred Manor.
Yes.
You wake up in your well-appointed bedroom.
Yeah.
Very tastefully decorated.
I kind of feel like even though Doria has done this many times before, just leaves things, like she's kind of a little attached. Because, so she's a little looking around going, okay, I know this is going to be the last time I'm ever going to see this kind of thing.
Yeah. So, exactly. So you look around, again, it's this sort of nice, well-appointed bedroom. The style is sort of French, neo-colonial, so it's sort of...
Oh, God, I'm loving it.
It's sort of a lot of warm tones, reds, dark woods.
Yeah.
So you...
Like big, dramatic trim.
Yes, a lot of loud valances and, valances and...
Sconces and everything.
Yes, a lot of, like, ornate trim work around the doors. Yes, so you open the door, you go down to the dining room, you find yourself there, your mother and father are already there, dressed for breakfast.
Which you should be.
Yes. So they're already seated and they say, "Oh yes, Davin.
Mumsy."
Good of you to join us.
Yes.
You bend down and give your mother a nice respectful kiss. She does not respond to it, but you can feel sort of odd, cold affection from her. You sit,
just like my childhood.
Yes. You sit at the table. One of the servants of the Aldred house comes and brings you a sort of a nice plate of fruit and a warm tea.
Will the servants be at the festival today?
Make an intelligence check.
That's gonna be a 9.
Nope.
They're not gonna be there?
Nope.
They're gonna be... Okay.
It's low DC.
Okay.
They're not going to the festival.
I figured. Okay. Thank you so much, Edmund.
Make a deception check with advantage.
Okay, so that's where I roll 2. 9.
Okay. So Edmund leaves your plate and gives you a very appropriate nod. And as soon as he leaves, your father leans over and he goes, "Davin, you are becoming too familiar with the help."
I'm sorry, Dad. I must have been something I picked up at college, Father.
Good. It is impertinent.
I will correct myself in going on in the future.
Very
I'm sorry.
well.
That's what I get for going to Dauntilus University. They're,
Damn hippies.
pretty common. I didn't go to Dauntilus, did I? I went to...
Music-y.
Hold on.
Glasses.
Music-y. Yeah.
Make me an intelligence saving throw to see if your character remembers that.
I did. I said it earlier on in another episode.
You did, but in this interaction...
13. Oh, wait. Investigation? No. Intelligence. 13.
I'll say your character would have remembered that you went to Music-y. As a changeling who's done this before, you would remember that you went to Music-y. So he says, "Very well." He begins cutting his toast. He says, "Are you to join us at the festival this evening?"
What time are y'all going?
Around dusk.
I might come a little bit later. I met a cute girl down at some of the tavern earlier this week, and she said she wanted to hang out today, so I might just pal around town with her.
What is her family name?
I don't think she gave it to me.
And your mother goes, "Oh."
I'll find out soon, Mom. I promise. I I will. That'll be the first question I ask her, and if it is not a name of well-known status, then I will not continue on.
At this point, your aunt enters
Ah.
and squeezes your shoulder very sort of oddly. It's sort of
Like, hey, champ.
yeah. It's make an insight check.
I'm so scared. I might have another nervous fart coming. 3.
It's a hey champ thing.
Yeah.
Maybe.
What's her name?
Her name is
Nandita.
Her name is Bernice.
Janice. Her name is Janice.
Oh, I like
Janice
Bernice.
Aldred. Fucking Janice.
Oh.
Yes, Janice Aldred.
Hey, Aunt Jan.
Make a deception check
Just
with
kidding.
advantage.
I'm just
Okay. Yes.
Aunt Janice.
Yes, Aunt
Good,
Janice.
Good morning, Aunt Janice.
Davin. She sits down and sort of looks at you warmly.
So, will you be joining everyone with at the festival tonight?
She goes, I may. I'm sort of lukewarm on these sorts of things.
And how long is your stay with us again?
She goes, I think I'm to leave within 3 days.
Hmm.
Yes. She goes, but of course, you know that Dorothy is still asleep. And you know her. She's wayward. Already at 11. Already wayward.
Hmm. That's what we did.
Yes.
Well, oh well. Can I help you get a spot for breakfast? Pull up your chair.
Oh, she's already sat down.
Oh, okay.
Yes, she's already eating her food, and everyone's sort of there. Anyway. So you're all sort of sitting in waspy silence.
Yes.
Is there anything else you'd
As
like
you
to
just
do?
hear dishes.
Yes. Clink, clink, clink.
Father.
Clink, clink, clink.
So how long do y'all think y'all will stay at the festival tonight in case I care to join?
I don't know. We usually stay rather close to the end of it. You know, my position on the council necessitates me to stay a requisite amount, and you know, I like to stay beyond. We have a good time there. Don't you agree, sweetheart? And she goes,
Mom, anything new going on in your garden club this week?
She goes, well, we're going to plant nandinas.
Okay.
Of course you are.
Of course we are.
Yeah.
That's just for me. Yes. So, yes. And she goes, yes, we're going to plant nandinas and Turk's caps.
Y'all live in his church.
Oh, Dad! Or Father, sorry, Father, before I forget, before I return back to school, I am to do a project on some family inheritance and things like that. Do we have any, like, sacred metals or anything that I can talk about in my project?
Make a persuasion check.
Yeah, because I stutter.
At advantage.
Okay.
Because of your changeling status.
We're not going to roll into that thing. That's what fucks me up. I'll roll like a 20. It hits the wall. Boop, 2.
Yep.
Okay. Making a persuasion, you said?
Yeah, persuasion at advantage.
Okay.
High bar there.
19.
Okay. So he says, well, I generally think that it is uncouth to speak of one's familial wealth, but, of course, our family is of means, and so, you know, we are fortunate to have a great multitude of wealth holdings, both liquid and illiquid. You know, of course, some housed within our residence, others housed at our various holdings and ancillary properties.
That's cool. I just was wondering, because I'm supposed to talk about some families, just basically a family pride project and where our family comes from and our family history, and
Sure.
and I know that we are big in Capitus, and I just would like to talk about it.
So he sets his fork and plate, his fork and knife down, because this is sort of a point of pride for him. And he says, well, as you know, our family has built our wealth, and Davin's never shown interest in this, so he's rather
I
sort
know.
of prideful.
I figured.
Yeah, and so he says, well, you know, our family is sort of one of the older families of Capitus, and of course we built our wealth through land and shipping and banking and sort of all sorts of endeavors. You know, we have like I said, means not sort of an embarrassment of riches, and your mom and aunt both sort of snicker at that, and he goes, well, perhaps there's something of an embarrassment of riches, but I don't. Is there a specific thing you're asking?
No. Well, we're supposed to talk about basically how our family became of the stature it did.
Sure. And he, and sort of with like this sort of chest puffed out, he says, your great-grandfather, Nevik Aldred, was, of course, the progenitor of our wealth. He originally owned the entire segment of what is now, I guess you would call, Old Capitus, sort of where our estate sits. He has since parceled that out, and then with the liquidity that we gained in those sales, we have expanded into shipping and banking and all sorts of other ventures. And, I think my status in the council has, of course, made this amplified our reach and sort of prestige and everything. And of course, education is very important. It's very important to me that you continue your education at Musiki, and I am of course a Musiki man. I'm pleased that you are a Musiki man. And I'll be honest, Davin, I'm very pleased that you've taken this interest in the family. You've always been so flippant, and this is a good change. I'm very pleased to see this.
Well, as one matures with age, they understand the finer things in life. And I just, in case anything were ever to happen, I want y'all to know that I really do care about this family. I'm proud of being an Aldred. I'm gonna get that money.
Well, that means a lot to me, son. And he goes over and puts a hand on your shoulder, takes a deep breath, and leaves the room.
Yeah, I imagine Doria always wanted to be a part of a family kind of thing, so she's like, Okay. So, yeah.
Yeah. Anything else you're doing?
I'm just going to tell my mom I love her and go ahead and excuse myself from the table.
Okay.
Love you, Mom.
Okay. So, you find yourself in sort of the common area, the grand sort of entryway of the Aldred Manor. What do you do?
Do we have a library? Do we have any?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
There is a library. It's a 2-story library in the Aldred Manor.
Yes, it is.
What do you do?
Well, first of all, I would like to get on my jams.
Okay, yeah, so you get dressed.
Okay. I'm going to... But you like my jams?
Yes, you're out of your jams. Jesus Christ.
My jams?
Yes, you're out of your jams.
P-jammies?
Out of your jams.
I would like to kind of start... I want to pull on... I just want to start, like, casually pulling on, like, sconces, any sculptures, things like that, just to see if there's a hidden...
You're in the library doing this? Make me an investigation check. Oh, God.
Yeah. 21.
Okay. So, you've seen your father in the library. And you've seen him, particularly on the second floor. So, to describe the Aldred Manor's library, it's on sort of the more southern wing. You've seen your father come into the library and examine the books, and you saw him go to the books, and you've seen him pull on one book. You couldn't tell exactly which one. It's not a natural 20, right?
No. It was a 6. It was a 15 plus 6.
So you've seen him pull on a book, and when he pulled on this book particularly, you saw a door open.
I knew it.
And go into a secondary room. You couldn't see what was in it, but you saw that. In the library. That's all you got out of that roll.
Okay, so do I at least can I go and start pulling on books in that general area?
You can?
I would like to. Well,
Okay.
I lied. I don't want to do it while they're here.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of start heading to the park.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
I feel like I've done what I want to in the house.
Cool.
Because it scared me when you open up the red book, because it's like...
We'll do it.
So, yeah, so you find your way again. This sort of very cold morning, but of course you've known this and you dress for it appropriately. You find yourself sort of the green space and the sort of commercial area of Capitus. You walk past the Grand Market and the sort of general noise of the market, people doing commerce. And yeah, eventually you find your way to Serafina and Hammer, apparently dressed as a human woman. But of course, Serafina, being an albino tiefling, is rather easy to spot, so you're able to find them.
Why do people
is this
dress like this?
This the babe I'm going to be taking home with me?
That's her.
Okay.
What's it?
So were you able
a
to...
babe?
That's you.
Hammer.
You're a babe.
What's your name? What's going to be your girl name?
Hammer?
Well, you don't want to go by Hammer as a woman.
Or as a person in general. It's really not great.
Yeah.
It's kind of a dead giveaway that you are basically that thing inside of you.
Hammer, is there a name that you feel fits you?
You look like an Ornacia.
Ornacia.
You get underneath from my names.
No, it's actually an inside joke between me and him.
Oh my god.
Is that your drag name? You can
It's
tell me.
actually a drag star name, Ornacia.
No, it's not even a drag star name.
It's-
It was a prop.
Yeah, it's her alien head that she wears. She calls it Ornacia. It's Vivacious. I fucking love Vivacious.
Oh my god.
Ride on the peace train. God, I love her. So what do you want your name? What would you like your name to be, ma'am? Because I really can't call you Hammer if we're going to make this realistic.
I don't know. I'm not a woman.
You know what you look like? Beth. My mom would really like a woman named Beth.
Okay.
Would I know the other of well-statured names in the area?
Give me a history check.
Okay. Well, that's not what you want. 9.
So you know of the Aldrids, you know of maybe one or two other names.
Okay.
You don't you don't know them with a lot of confidence. The name Growl, G-O-R-A-L, Goral,
Go Row.
rings a bell to you. Also the name Mukel, M-U-K-L-E, rings a bell. You don't know what they were particularly known for, or like how they got their money, but you know that those are sort of the two sort of bigger names in Capitus that kind of jump to Doria.
How does Beth Goral sound? How does that make you feel?
I don't know.
Do you want to respond to it?
Beth, maybe, but I don't know about growl.
What about mucus? No.
Mukel.
Yes.
Mukel. What about Beth Mukel?
Grow. What's the name?
That seems better.
Beth Mukel? Mukel? Mukel's what does it? Okay, fine. I'm done. Beth Mukel it is.
That's Mukel. Okay.
That means you have to respond to Beth. So anytime I say Beth or anyone says Beth, you have to respond.
Okay.
Got it, Beth?
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Good job, Beth.
So
So what's our plan?
Okay, so my parents are going to go to the festival tonight. It starts around dusk. They'll be there the entire time because my dad's in part of the committee and all of that. I can't guarantee that my aunt and cousin my aunt and niece are going to go.
Niece.
If it's my aunt and her daughter,
I don't know how this works. Is that a niece?
that's a cousin.
That's a cousin? Okay, it's your aunt and cousin.
God, you are an only child from only children.
Yes, I don't know.
Can I ask Serafina, and I'm gonna have to play like 20 questions of what's it to be like a woman?
No.
Like,
Just smile and nod.
Just smile and wave, boys. Just smile and wave.
You can role play that, or we can make an intelligence check. What would you rather do?
let's go with roleplay. Let's see how this blows up, shall we?
Okay, so that sounds like a fantastic place to end the episode.
Good, because I gotta pee. I think I have another fart brewing, and I want to be on the toilet for this one.
We hope you've enjoyed the podcast. Please rate, review, and follow us wherever you find us. You can listen to our podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google, Spotify, Stitcher, and YouTube. Please also take the time to follow and like us on social media, on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. You can find more information about our podcast and where to find us at our website, dungeonswith.com. And as always, roll well, my friends.